Hey everyone, this is Marsh from Consequence here. We are back with raid guides for the upcoming raid. I'll be touching on heroic difficulty mostly, a little about mythic. My mythic guides will come out as soon as we clear that content. So we got the first boss here on heroic. The raid testing itself was it was pretty buggy. So we can talk about the video a little, but we're also going to talk about the boss mechanics. So the boss here is very, very, very easy. Um, in fact, let me pull up the raid plan. So this raid plan, I will put in the description in the video. Anyone can have it. There's two things you can really do with the raid plan, but let's go with boss abilities first. So at 80, 60, 40%, he will just do AoE damage to everyone. And that's really about it. The main mechanic here is these dread rifts. So he will mark players, put rifts on the ground, and the players will need to kite these rays through it to get rid of the rays kiting them. If you fail to put a ray through a dread rift, it will speed up and start doing pulsing damage. On mythic difficulty, if you cross the rays, it will do 165k damage to all players. There's going to be a breath that targets a random player, and there's going to be a pushback that isn't that big, but it's a pushback, and you want to watch your back. Also note this is a pure single target fight, and you're either going to Lust on Pull or P3 depending on the tuning, because by the end of the fight you'll be taking more damage. So it might be worth to give like your healers additional haste. So going over the raid plan here real quick, there's really two strategies that came out of raid testing. The one that you might see more is what they basically did is they took the boss here and they dropped the pulls here and they moved the boss across the room. So it'd be pull drop, pull drop, pull drop, and they moved this way. That's completely fine. What we did is we just kept the boss dead in the center, and instead of putting pulls behind us every time, we just put him to the right and moved to the right and moved, and we would go all the way around the room. So these are like the rifts on the ground that are remaining, because they stay, and you just go all the way around the room, and you then hear. The reason we didn't do the strategy that you've probably seen with the rifts here and moving is really because of the breath. So you have this what is it, Hell Beam mechanic that targets a random player, and basically when we did this, we're able to bait the breath most of the time on the big group of players. So let's just run through the VOD real quick. Also note, this is not me. I am the other hunter, but I use this guy's VODs a lot because he streams a lot. So you'll see here we drop the rifts over. He doesn't have boss mods up. This is the pushback. Let me go a little farther. So this is the ray mechanic, and then you have the beam here, or so the hell beam. All right, so this baited on a melee. Ideally, you get the bait over here when they're kiting the rays here. So the main group will just move to the left naturally, and the people dodging or doing the rays don't have to worry about the beam at all. Actually, they baited it like really far, so that's fine. But let me see if I can pull another example. All right, so they're dropping to the right. Push back. Tank mechanic. Raise. And now you're going to get beam. See how this is baited here? Now the people with the rays, they're just chilling. Right? They're just completely chilling. They don't have to worry about the beam. And the main group just dodge to the left. And if you're doing it like this, like the other way, you'll just kind of bait the breath like at the group, which could be like where people are kiting the beams. So it's just a little riskier, in my opinion. Either strat would work. But anyway, you want to leave gaps between all the drops. And I'll show you here. See how there's gaps everywhere. Um, and yeah, you move across around the room, and that's really it on this fight. Very straightforward. You can see the tanks rotating the boss as well. That doesn't do a tail swipe. And that's everything for the first boss here. Again, I'll have the right plan. There will be no spreadsheet as of yet. Maybe I'll do one later if I have time. Um, and I'll link the VOD that I was looking at personally. And the rest of the bosses are coming shortly. So thank you, everyone. Peace out.